The blue men of the Minch are one of the many fascinating creatures that populate Scottish folklore. The Minch, a strait that separates the northwest Highlands of Scotland and the northern Inner Hebrides from the northern Outer Hebrides, is home to the blue men. The Scottish Gaelic terms for the blue men is na for ghorma, in the genitive fear gorm, for example, sruth nam fear gorm, the stream of the blue men. The blue men of the Minch are also styled as Storm Kelpies. The most common water spirits in Scottish folklore, Kelpies, are usually described as powerful horses, but the name is attributed to several different forms and fables throughout the country. The name Kelpie may be derived from the Scottish Gaelic calpa or cailpeach, meaning heifer or colt. The blue men were said to occasionally prey on sailors making the crossing, luring them to their deaths in rough seas. Those who were unlucky enough to come across the blue men noted the distinctive green beards and hair they had, as well as their exceptionally strong physique. Their appearance was described as mermaid-like, and they were able to create severe storms, but when the weather was fine they slept or floated just under the surface of the water. They swam with their torso from the waist upwards raised out of the sea, twisting and diving in a similar way to a porpoise. In traditional tales, the blue men had the power to create severe storms, but when the weather was fine, they slept or floated just under the surface of the water. They were able to speak and converse with mariners and were especially vocal when soaking vessels with water spray, roaring with laughter as vessels capsized. When the blue men gathered to attack passing vessels, their chief, sometimes named as Shawnee, rose up out of the water and shouted 2 lines of poetry to the skipper, and if he could not add 2 lines to complete the verse, the blue men seized his boat. The quick responses took the blue chief by surprise. Defeated and unable to do any damage to the vessel, the blue men returned to their underwater caves, allowing the vessel free passage through the strait. The blue men may alternatively board a passing vessel and demand tribute from its crew, threatening that if it is not forthcoming, they will raise up a storm. The origin of the blue men of the Minch is uncertain, but there are several suggestions. They may be a personification of the sea, or they may have originated with the Picts, whose painted bodies may have given the impression of men raising themselves out of the water. Alternatively, the blue men may have originated with the North African slaves the Vikings took with them to Scotland, where they spent the winter months close to the Giant Isles in the Minch. The origin of the blue men may also lie with the Tuareg people of Saharan Africa, who were known as the blue men of the desert. The blue men remain a fascinating part of Scottish folklore, and their legend continues to be explored and told by enthusiasts and scholars alike. While their existence may be disputed, they serve as a reminder of the rich storytelling traditions of Scotland and the power of myth and legend to captivate the imagination.